Ilara was like a burst of sunshine. She lived her life in bright, bold colors. Every day was a new adventure, a chance to create something wild and wonderful. She loved the sound of loud music and the thrill of a surprise waiting around the corner. Her energy was a powerful force, drawing people in like moths to a vibrant flame. She saw the world as a giant canvas, and she was ready to splash it with every color she could find. Her laughter was loud and filled every room she entered, leaving a trail of joy behind her. She believed that life was meant to be lived with open arms and a heart ready for anything. Liam was like a quiet, gentle stream. He found comfort in the calm and the predictable. His days followed a careful rhythm, a routine that brought him peace and allowed him to think deeply. He was a person of few words, but his thoughts were vast and full of wonder. He observed the world with a patient and thoughtful gaze, noticing the small details that others often missed. He believed that there was a special kind of beauty and order, in the way a single stone could create endless ripples in a still pond. He preferred the quiet hum of the world to its loud shouts, finding meaning in silence. Their homes were as different as they were. Ilara's apartment was a beautiful, chaotic explosion of creativity. Canvases leaned against walls, covered in half-finished paintings of swirling galaxies and fantastical creatures. Jars of paintbrushes stood on every surface, and colorful fabrics were draped over chairs and lamps. It was messy, yes, but it was a happy mess, a testament to a life filled with passion and inspiration. Her home felt alive, breathing with the energy of every idea she had ever had. It was a place where anything felt possible, where rules were meant to be broken in the name of art. In stark contrast, Liam's house was a sanctuary of calm and order. Every book on his shelf was perfectly aligned, organized by author and genre. His furniture was simple and clean, and the colors were soft and soothing, like a gentle morning fog. There was a place for everything, and everything was in its place. His home was a reflection of his mind, clear, uncluttered, and peaceful. It was a space designed for focus and quiet contemplation, a safe harbor from the noisy and unpredictable world outside. It was a place where he could listen to his own thoughts without interruption. Beneath their very different surfaces, Ilara and Liam shared a deep and powerful desire. Both were artists at heart, driven by a need to find meaning in the world around them. Ilara searched for it in the chaos of creation, in the bright splash of color on a blank canvas. She believed that meaning was found in feeling everything all at once, in embracing the loud, messy, and beautiful parts of life. She wanted her art to shout from the rooftops, to tell a story of passion and unbridled joy. She was always looking for the next big feeling, the next great inspiration to pour into her work. Liam, on the other hand, searched for meaning in the quiet spaces between the noise. He found it in the careful structure of a song and the precise melody of his piano. He believed that true understanding came from patience and observation. He wanted his art to be a whisper, a gentle invitation for others to stop and think, to find the profound beauty in simplicity. He felt that the most important truths were not loud, but were hidden in the quiet details of everyday life. His quest was a gentle one, a slow and steady journey toward a deeper connection with the world. They both felt like something was missing from their lives, though they couldn't quite name what it was. Ilara, with all her energy and excitement, sometimes felt a strange emptiness in the silence that followed a burst of creativity. She wondered if her constant motion was just a way to avoid a deeper, quieter truth she was afraid to face. She had so many friends and was always surrounded by people, but there were moments when she felt completely and utterly alone in her whirlwind of a life. She longed for a connection that was more than just fun and laughter. Liam, in his peaceful and orderly world, often felt a sense of isolation. His quiet life was safe, but he wondered if he was missing out on the vibrant experiences the world had to offer. He saw the brilliant colors outside his window, but was hesitant to step into the bright, unpredictable sunlight. He longed for a spark, for something or someone to show him a different way of seeing. He knew his world was small and protected, and a part of him yearned to see what lay beyond the walls of his own careful design. He wanted to feel the world, not just think about it. Their worlds finally collided on a warm summer evening. Ilara was taking a different route home, drawn by an urge to see a new part of the city. As she walked down a quiet, tree-lined street, she heard a sound that made her stop in her tracks. It was music, a piano melody so simple and beautiful that it seemed to hang in the air like starlight. It was a sound full of longing and quiet hope, a feeling she recognized deep within herself. The music was coming from an open window of a neat, unassuming house. It was a sound that spoke a language her heart understood completely. She stood there on the sidewalk listening, completely captivated. The music was not loud or flashy, but it was powerful. It told a story of deep thought and gentle emotion. Without thinking, she walked up to the house and peeked through the window. She saw Liam at the piano, his eyes closed, his fingers moving gracefully over the keys. He was completely lost in his music, in his own quiet world. In that moment, she didn't see someone different from her. She saw another artist, another person searching for something beautiful to share with the world. She saw a kindred spirit. Liam finished playing and slowly opened his eyes. He was surprised to see a face in his window, a woman with bright, curious eyes and a wide, genuine smile. He expected to feel startled or anxious, but he didn't. There was something warm and kind about her presence. Alara didn't say anything at first, she just clapped softly. "That was the most beautiful thing I have ever heard," she said, her voice softer than usual. Liam felt a blush creep up his neck, but he also felt a strange sense of pride. Someone had heard his quiet music and had understood it. That simple moment was the beginning of everything. Liam invited her inside, and for the first time Alara stepped into a world of calm and order. And Liam, for the first time, let a little bit of beautiful chaos into his peaceful life. They talked for hours, about art, about life, about the feeling of searching for something you can't quite describe. She told him about her messy paintings, and he told her about his structured songs. They were from different worlds, but they spoke the same language of creativity and hope. A new and unlikely friendship had begun to bloom. As their friendship grew, they began to learn from each other. Alara showed Liam how to embrace the unexpected. She would take him to bustling art festivals and noisy concerts, encouraging him to see the beauty in loud, vibrant moments. At first, he was hesitant, overwhelmed by the sensory overload, but with Alara by his side, he started to see the joy in it. He learned that not everything had to be planned, and that sometimes the best experiences come from spontaneous decisions. She helped him step out of his comfort zone and into the brilliant sunshine of the world. In return, Liam taught Alara the value of stillness. He would invite her over to simply sit and listen to music, or to watch the sunset without saying a word. He showed her that there was a deep well of inspiration to be found in quiet moments of reflection. Alara, who was always moving, found it difficult at first, but slowly she learned to appreciate the peace. She discovered that silence wasn't empty, it was full of thoughts and ideas she had been too busy to hear before. He helped her find a calm center in the middle of her whirlwind life. Their art began to change too. Alara's paintings became more thoughtful. They still had their wild, energetic colors, but now they also had a new depth, a quiet emotion that made them even more powerful. Liam's music started to have moments of surprising and joyful improvisation. His carefully structured melodies were now interspersed with bursts of creative freedom, making his songs more dynamic and expressive. They were not trying to become like each other. Instead, they were adding new colors and new notes to their own unique masterpieces. Their unlikely connection did not erase their differences. Instead, it celebrated them. Alara was still a whirlwind of energy, and Liam was still a sanctuary of calm. But together, they were stronger. They had found in each other the missing piece of their own worlds. Their friendship was a beautiful harmony of two different melodies, a reminder that the most meaningful connections are often the ones we least expect. They helped each other grow, not by changing who they were, but by showing each other all the wonderful ways there are to be in the world.